dusty road, it stretches far. A broken moon, a shattered star. Neon whispers, they flicker and die. The highway moans, the night asks why. In the darkest night, I kneel and pray for a light to burn, to show the way. Whiskey stains and shadowed scars, a gentleman's prayer under fading stars. Fingers tremble, the glass runs dry. A loaded question, a hollow sky. Echoes crackle, the silence bleeds. The devil hums, planting seeds. No answer, no truth, just smoke. No mercy, no justice, just a cloak. In the darkest night, I kneel and pray for a light to burn, to show the way. Whiskey stains and shadowed scars, a gentleman's prayer under fading stars. The outlaw stomp, the cold reverb, a rattling chain, a whispered word, sliding steel on a highway bend, where the beginning looks like the end. Shadows crawl like snakes on the wall. The moon's a thief, it takes it all. Cold air whispers, it bites my skin. A fight outside, but a war within. Lord wolves, don't cry in the dark. They bury their pain, they bury their spark. Howl at the void, but it don't reply. Lone wolves don't cry in the dark. Footsteps echo, but no one's near. The night's a mask, it hides my fear. Stars are silent, they don't confide. I'm the ghost, I can't outrun inside. Do I scream or do I stay still? Does the night ever bend to will? Lone wolf, don't cry in the dark. They bury their pain, they bury their spark. Howl at the void, but it don't reply. Lone wolves don't cry in the dark. 1,000 trees, no one to lean. A frozen stream where life has been. The hunter's breath, a loaded gun. The chase is over, the night's begun. A neon moon cuts through the haze. Silent streets hold their gaze. Whiskey burns, my throat stays dry. Cold steel stars in a velvet sky. Whiskey nights in a neon shadow, lost in a world too wide to follow. The glass is empty, but the ache is hollow. Whiskey nights in a neon shadow. Echoes hum from a six-string ghost. Highway whispers, I'm the only host. Taillights blink like a sinner's prayer, but the silence says no one's there. Smoke hangs low secrets untold. The road is a story, it never grows old. Whiskey nights in a neon shadow, lost in a world too wide to follow. The glass is empty, but the egg is hollow. Whiskey nights in a neon shadow. Every mile's a mirror, every turn's a doubt. I'm a shadow man, chasing what's left out. High beams glare, cutting through my past. The whiskey's smooth, but it'll never last. Street lights home, they're whispering low, echoes of footsteps, nowhere to go. Shadows stretch, they dance like sin. The night's a beast, where do I begin? Midnight road, the dangerous kind. Whiskey on my breath, trouble on my mind. Every turn I take, the dark gets thin, chasing the ghost of the gentleman within. Leather creaks, the wheel feels cold, stories untold, scars too old. Neon bleeds on the asphalt veins, a silent hymn, a traveler's pain. A cigarette burns, the asphalt slow. How far can a man like me go? Midnight roads, dangerous kind. pistols in the glove, cards on the dash. Every mile's a gamble, every move a crash. Ash on the wind, drifting slow. Footsteps, heavy shadows grow. Chasing whispers that burn my throat. Dust and embers where hope once rolled. Do you hear it? Cry of the earth beneath. Road of fire under black skies. No turning back, no alibi. Burning bridges to light the way. Ashes fall, but I can't stay. Like ghosts that sway. Broken ground where dreams decay. The moon a scar in the endless dark. Every step leaves a fade and mark. Do you feel it? Pulse of the flame inside. Road of fire under black skies. No turning back, no alibi. Burning bridges to light the way. Ashes fall, but I can't stay. Fall slow in neon streaks. whiskey burns, the silence speaks. Empty glasses, shadows crawl. No one answers when I call. Cosa Nostra nights, where secrets start, deals in whispers, broken hearts. Cosa Nostra nights, the truth don't show, buried deep where no one goes. Ashtray full, the hours bleed, knuckles raw from every need. Lies we sold, the price was steep, buried dreams we couldn't keep. A knife-edge grin, a loaded sigh. How many times we've said goodbye. Cosa Nostra nights, where secrets start, deals in whispers, broken hearts. Cosa Nostra nights, the truth don't show, buried deep where no one goes. In every town, smoke and mirrors, cards we played. In the end, the debts don't fade.
Neon drips on the blacktop skin, shadows crawl where the lights warm thin. Velvet air breeze, heavy with sin. Blood on my hands, oh blood in the glass. Can't tell the future from the past. A slow pour of fire burns too fast. Blood and whiskey in the velvet night. Fingers tremble holding on too tight. A voice in the dark says nothing's right. Blood and whiskey in a velvet night.
Like a cutthroat's grin. Streetlights hum like they know where I've been. Every step echoes. When does it begin? Smoke curls like a promise gone cold. A story's worth the price it's sold. What's truth worth when the lies are bold? Streets of vein, bleeding blackened skies. Footsteps echo, but no one's there. The night just laughs in the heavy air. What's the price of truth? What's the cost of lies? Whispers in the mire, calling my name. Every promise on fire, burning the same. What's left to desire? Nothing but blame. Cigarette ash on a windowsill. Lies taste sweet till they make you ill. River runs dark with a quiet rage. Pages torn from the final page. Can you feel the pull? Can you hear the cries? Whispers in the mire, calling my name. left to desire?
Nothing but blame.
Every promise on fire, burning the same. What's left to desire? Nothing but blame.
Street lights on in a violet glow, shadow rivers where the whispers flow. I walk alone, but the silence knows. Fingers trace the skyline's edge. A cigarette burns like a fleeting pledge. Neon blues through a quiet city, lonely heart where the glow turns gritty. I keep walking, streets feel pretty, but they cut deep. Glint like frozen tears, echoes dance in my hollow ears. This town holds 1,000 fears. Footsteps fade, but the pulse remains. Every corner hums with old
Heard a whisper on the wind, gravel voice, cold as sin. Shadows walk, they've never been. Cold like smoke, a hat pulled low, eyes like bullets, moving slow. Neon burns where secrets grow. The dawn who walks without a sound leaves no trace, no ground to be found. King of the dark, where silence is crowned. Footsteps fade like a distant dream. Whiskey breath, a low moonbeam, staring down the river's gleam. Night obeys, the stars go blind. Here's the answer you'll never find. Every deal, a knot you sign. No mercy in his way, no promises to break. Oh, 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 oh.
Black suits in the corner, shadows where they dwell. Cold hearts in the silence, a story they won't tell. Whiskey smoke rising, curling through the air. Every glance a dagger, every word a snare. Black suits, cold hearts, whiskey smoke, a glass half empty and a mirror that broke. Black suits, cold hearts, whiskey smoke, no promises made, just words that choke. Neon lights flicker, painting streets with sin. Footsteps on the pavement, echoes wearing thin. A highway stretches, endless and alone. The road keeps my secrets, the night takes my tone. And the moon don't act, and the stars don't care. A man with a burden just disappears out there. Black suits, cold hearts, whiskey smoke, a glass half empty and a mirror that broke. Black suits, cold hearts, whiskey smoke, no promises made, just words that choke. Cards on the table, the deal's long done. The devil's in the corner, but he's having no fun. Ashes on my collar, a stain on my soul. The fire went out, but the embers still glow.
Whiskey glass sweats in a hollow hand. Shadows stretch long across the land. The neon flickers like a ghost's demand. Footsteps echo on a one-way street. Dusty wind hums where dark hearts meet. A vow whispered low, incomplete. A gentleman's oath in the shadow room, promises carved in the breath of doom. Under the cold, pale neon bloom. A gentleman's oath in the shadow room, under the cold, pale neon bloom. A match strike lights a fleeting grin. Thin smoke dances where lies begin. The air so thick, it could pull you in. Fingers tap on a bar, won't smooth. Time stands still, but it won't soothe. Nothing here to gain, nothing left to prove.
Shadows crawl where the cypress weeps. Whiskey whispers through the muddy deep. Footprints vanish in the devil's grin. Moon hangs crooked like a gambler's sin. Whiskey ghosts in the mud. They don't drown, they just flood. Crawling slow like a sinner's blood. Whiskey ghosts in the mud. Lanterns flicker, but they don't stay bright. Rust on my tongue, taste the swamp's delight. Hold my come cry. Every breath feels like a rebel's goodbye. Can't run, can't hide. They seep right inside. Whiskey ghosts in the mud. They don't drown, they just flood. Crawling slow like a sinner's blood. Whiskey ghosts in the mud.
Gravel whisper under my boots tonight. The moon's a scar, the stars don't shine right. 1,000 miles of ghost in the rear view light. Bones of the highway, blood of the blue. Where you run, boy, you always lose. Dust on your heart, dirt on your shoes. Bones of the highway, blood of the blues. Every sign's a lie, every mile's a sin. The wind howls sharp, it cuts through my skin. I left her crying, but I'm too far in. The road don't love, it don't forgive. It only takes, it don't let you live. Bones of the highway, blood of the blues. Where you run, boy, you always lose.
dirt on your shoes, bones of the highway, blood of the blues, rust on the guardrails, cracks in the lines. I sold my soul for these endless signs. The asphalt's a preacher, its sermon unkind.
Streetlights hum like ghosts in chains. Shadows crawl where the silence reigns. My coat's too thin for this kind of cold. A story untold, a story too old. Footsteps fade in the smoke of time. This city whispers a lonesome rhyme. Midnight echoes of a gentleman lost in the cracks of where it began. The night it knows, but it won't explain. It just circles back like a ghostly train. A cigarette burns like a funeral pyre. The wind carries secrets like a sly liar. I tip my hat to the darkness ahead, chasing a shadow that left me for